I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me.
Hello everybody, it's Mrwebnvel. This is my third video. Hope you guys enjoyed the first and second video. So this would be the part 2, so the part 1 that I made yesterday. Okay, so you guys got a script. I'll just show you the one novel. I'll say the genres. I won't say the tags are too long. I'll say the description. I'll basically give you a summary of the first chapter. And I think the first chapter has got enough information. I'll summarize 2 or 3 chapters as well. But for most of them, it's only one chapter that I summarized, one chapter. So for this one, Dragon Matt's War God, this one's actually very, very good. It's how do I describe it? This one is very, very funny. I don't know why. Like, it's not got a comedy tag, but it should have a comedy tag. It's one of the funniest ones I've ever read. Let me see. Yeah, it says comedic undertone. That does not do justice. It needs to have a comedy for the genre. Okay, let's get into it. So, the genre is action, adventure, drama, fantasy, harem, martial arts, mature, shonen. Okay, the description. The once greatest saint underneath the heavens has been reborn after 100 years. He cultivates with mighty skills and he fights to once again reach the top of the world. Don't compete with me when it comes to concocting pills. 100% effectiveness means nothing to me. Don't compete with me when it comes to cultivation speed. I won't be responsible when you die from embarrassment. Don't compete with me when it comes to experience, as I am an ancient ancestor. I almost said ancient monster. The existence of Jiangchen is destined to ridicule thousands of geniuses. This is just a typical description for a, martial arts shonen novel. But yeah, this is very decent. Alright, then let's get on to my summary of the first chapter.
So, Dragon Matt's War God starts off with MC Jiangchen, realizing that he's been reincarnated and he has been captured by 2 men that want to drink his blood to become stronger. Side note, he's the son of the mayor and has been given spiritual medicine since young, but due to his trust talent, his cultivation has not increased at all. Him being the reincarnated individual that he is, will certainly have his own methods to get rid, to get himself rid of the situation. And as expected, he uses the spiritual medicine in the body to increase his own strength and keeps breaking through cultivation levels like tofu, like boom boom boom. Level 2, I got it. Level 3, I got it. Level 4, I got it too. Level 5, if I want it, I get it. No Aliano. He continues to increase his strength for the next 2 days, since these guys are waiting 3 days to get the most efficient yield from his body. They feed him something to make it more beneficial when they kill him and drink his blood. And I forgot to mention that it just makes it easier, so you guys don't don't wonder why these 2 men waited 3 days. So he increases his cultivation to the 8th level in the key gene realm, which is the first level in cultivation level. I mean, the first realm in the cultivation realm. Okay, the door opens and the 2 men who used to be guards at his father's mayor's mansion open the door and say that they're ready to drink his blood, and he's like, nah, not today, boy. Nothing you guys are drinking is especially liquid. So he punches them in the stomach, sending them flying away. He turns one into a pack, starts smoking on that guard pack. And after they fail to answer his question, then the other one is still refusing to answer his question, so he threatens him and gets the information he needs. And the last guard books his life for Cowtown, and MC still smokes him. So Cowtown's basically like to put something, basically like getting down on your knees, like go on your head, like having your hands on the floor, and your head on the floor too. That's best I can describe it. Or you just search it up and you understand what I'm saying. Alright, then let's get on to the next web novel.
Alright, the second web novel, GDK. Well, that sounds like a gang, or a gang sign or whatever. I was gonna say the name, but I don't know why, but I just abbreviated it. Anyway, Great Demon King. This is, I know I've said this for a while, but it's actually a very, very good one novel, and it's completed too. Look, finished last year in May. Yeah, last year in May. Okay then. So the genre: action, adventure, ecchi, fantasy, harem, martial arts, mature, seinen, swanan, and the description. this is weird. If you find the description funny, you find my the first chapter that I summarize even funnier. Okay. It starts with, "If I don't die, I swear I'll act on all my evil thoughts." Not exactly everyone's typical thought when they're about to die. What will a cowardly young man do when reincarnated with the evil powers to redefine his destiny? Can the natural kindness of human nature triumph over evil? Will he become the cold-blooded demon king of legend? Or will he forge his own path and rain down another kind of terror? Okay then. That wasn't even that funny, just because I've read the novel and I know everything it does. So like, this guy was not joking when he said that he's not on all evil thoughts. But even then, he's not that bad of a person, but he's, I don't know. If you were his friend, he would just do things that make you think, I don't know if I can live with the fact that he did that. It's kind of hard. Okay then, let's go on to my summary. Damn it. I need to find something for the word summary. Okay, let's go to my summary.
So the story starts off with the protagonist called Hanshiro. I'll just call him Han to make it easier, since I'm going to keep butchering his name. So it starts off with the protagonist Han being held hostage on the moon by an old man in green, and the old man tells Han that he's gone to fight 3 people in hopes of increasing his cultivation, aka strength for those of you, strength, aka, oh my gosh, I don't feel myself, aka strength for those of you who are turned into the web novels. So the reason he captured Han was so that if he dies in battle, he can be rebirthed through Han's body. And wow, that sounds like a pretty evil technique to me. Like, but it seems like a cheat. Imagine if you're a person with no moral compass, just doing whatever you fancy your butt. You can just commit crimes wantonly, and when you die, just transfer your body to someone else's body. That's scary. Anywho, Hanshiro was like, wait a minute, if you do that, and I do this, and you do that, and I do this, what happens to me? The old man cackles and says, your body will be mine and you will die. Listening so he's angry, and he starts cursing the old man for half an hour, and the old man says to him, if I was to survive, I would have let you live, but after this, even if I survive, I'm gonna kill you in either way. So you're gonna be in a pack, and I'm gonna smoke on you. So he basically the old man hides him somewhere, because if the 3 experts know that he's there, they'll actually be able to see what you're trying to do and be like, oh, you're trying to do this, and they'll probably stop him. Yeah, so Hanshiro promises to himself that if he has a chance to live again, to survive this, he'll act on all his evil thoughts. I'm like, whoa, like, let's focus on this little demon here. We've got a demon in the making. Like, this guy's gonna be a menace to society if he survives. Like, whoa, this man's it's not good. This man's contributing in the wrong way to society. The old man, I mean, and as expected, the old man rises and tries to rebirth through the MC's body, but the 3 experts realize this, and one of the 3 experts sacrifices himself, and uses like a technique that basically going to kill him to find where Hanshiro is, and he kills Hanshiro, so the old man can't be rebirthed through him. And this one last thing, how was the MC going to die in the first chapter? This offer's funny. Dying in the first chapter was crazy. Alright, then let's get on to the next web novel.
It's the 3rd web novel, Heavenly Jewel Change. So the author is Tanja Shanxiao, and he made the Delulu series. He did the Delulu series. I can't pronounce it. Okay, yeah, and I'm not hearing good things about it. So if any of you guys have read the Delulu series, just a bit of information that the person that made this book in it. So if you guys enjoy those series, then you might enjoy this too. But from what I've seen from the tags, this is different than his other ones. Just mainly based on the fact that it has the harem tag. But okay, let's get into it. The description: every human has their personal jewel power. When awakened, they can either be an elemental jewel or physical jewel. They circle the right and left wrists like bracelets of power. Heavenly jewels are like the twins born, meaning when both elemental and physical jewels are awakened for the same person, the pair is known as heavenly jewels. Those who have the physical jewels are known as physical jewel masters. Those with elemental jewels are known as elemental jewel masters. And those who train with heavenly jewels are naturally called heavenly jewel masters. Heavenly jewel masters have the highest level of 12 pairs of jewels. As such, their training focus is known as heavenly jewels 12 changes. Our MC here is an archer who has such a pair of 12 who has such a pair of heavenly jewels. That makes sense that he's got the heavenly jewels, because if he only had the elemental or physical jewels, that doesn't make sense. Because it'd be like, how is the strongest person in the I don't know, in this world or whatever? How have they got only an elemental jewel, but there's people with heavenly jewels that aren't the strongest? It wouldn't make sense. Or if he had elemental jewels, then he had gained physical jewels, and then, he's a heavy jewel master. But we'll find out what Arthur would do if we were doing it. Yeah, let's go into the summary.
So, the story starts off with the MC speaking his philosophy and being a playboy about how why you should cheat, why you should have several partners and so and so. And he shows to this guy about why he can cultivate and only has a handsome face. And he decides to go have a bath, and as he's checking his body out, he sees a girl pop out of nowhere into the river, and he stares at her behind and starts bleeding from his nose, which is that's basically what happens in anime. A lot of times we see a hot girl, they just start bleeding from her nose. I don't know why I did that, but okay. Instead of walking away or letting her know that he was there first and that she invaded his personal space, he keeps still and she turns around. And yeah, that's how the first chapter ends, and I feel like that's a good way to end it, because there's no need for me to go on to the second chapter and tell you, oh, the girl does this once she knows that there's some guy behind her that's naked and she's naked, that's just, we know what's gonna happen in most case scenario, yeah. Oh, then let's go on to the third, fourth novel. I had to collect myself down. Okay guys, so this is the fourth novel, so level in. The genres are action, adventure, fantasy, shonen, supernatural. The author is Chu Gong. Okay, the description. 10 years ago, after the gate that connected the real world with the monster world opened, some of the ordinary everyday people received the power to hunt the monsters within the gates. They are known as hunters. However, not all hunters are powerful. My name is Sung Jin Woo, an Iran hunter. I'm someone who has to risk his life in the lowest of dungeons, the world's weakest. Having no skills whatsoever to display, I barely earned the required money by fighting in the local dungeons, at least until I found a hidden dungeon with the hardest difficulty within the D-rank dungeons. In the end, as I was accepting death, I suddenly received a strange power. A quest log that only I could see, a secret to leveling up that only I know about. If I train in accordance with my quests and hunted monsters, my level would rise, changing from the weakest hunter to the strongest S-rank hunter. Okay, the weakest hunter, that's crazy. But how can you be the weakest? Like, some people, not everyone wants to be the best of the best, but nobody wants to be the weakest. That's crazy. But at least they give him hope. Changing from the weakest to the strongest, that's good. At least he has a dream. Like Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Okay, so this is the fourth novel, Solo Leveling. So our MC, Iran hunter, Sung Jin Woo, one of the weakest known hunters in the society of South Korea. He's actually, he's not one of the weakest, he's the weakest. At least that's what he calls himself. But he only works as a hunter, as the Hunters Association takes care of his ill mother. And his mother got sick due to the dungeons. They basically, ever since the dungeons opened, people began sick, and his mother was one of their unfortunate victims. Okay, so he comes and everyone is happy because it means that the dungeon is of low difficulty and no one will be hurt. Mr. Kim and Mr. Park are laughing about it, and Mr. Kim is just one of the guys that goes on the dungeon usually, and Mr. Park is, his wife is they're expecting a second child, so he wants to earn money for the family, to put it simply, and he's worrying that it might be dangerous, so he might get harmed. So Mr. Kim just confirms and tells him that because Sun Jin Woo's hair is going to be easy, and they're both laughing about it, and Sun Jin Woo just knows it. So basically, Sun Jin Woo tries to get some coffee before the dungeon starts, and they say that they ran out. Like, this guy's just a walking out. Like, damn. Okay, so they go for the dungeon. He gets injured, killing a weak E-rank monster. While everyone else is fighting with ease, no one's injured. It's just him. So basically, they reach another entrance and do a group vote, and it's a tie, 8 for yes and 8 for no. And our MCs decide on whether they continue to go forward or retreat. To find out what happens, you need to read one novel. So I love when at novels.pl, chapter 2. End of story. Alright then, let's get into the fifth web novel. Okay guys, this is the fifth and final web novel for the video. Legend of Ling Tian. This is quite intriguing web novel. It has some of the most of the well-known stereotypes of web novels of this genre, but let's get into it. I don't want to give you guys too much info. Okay, so genre: action, harem, martial arts, Xianxi, author Fenling Tianxia. Okay, the description. Ever met someone who started cultivating from his mother's womb? He does not care for his image. Wants to take all steps necessary to ensure his plans succeed. Watch Ling Tian, a martial arts genius who crossed from the modern world to the ancient times, bringing with him all his memories from his past self. A person with high comprehension, talent, blessed with the gift of eloquence as well as a burning desire to be the best. Join us as we follow Ling Tian's adventures in this new world that has appeared in. Watch as he plays with the politics of the car and of the great families, and how he finds his allies which will help him conquer the world. Okay, so our MC gets set up by his sister when he tries to save her from Ingratiating drowning, and as soon as he reaches her, she starts shouting that she's being sexual assaulted, and a large group of people come and she tells them what he apparently did to her. FYI is all eyes, and her clothes were already ripped, so even if you don't, no matter what he says, it was dodgy, because like if you hear a woman screaming, RAPE, and then you see her fighting against the man and her clothes are tired, you're not thinking, oh, he's been set up. The physical man's like, wow, he's did this in broad daylight. Yeah, the family comes to the decision to cripple his cultivation. So his cultivation is basically like, to put it simply for you people that don't read web novels, to put it simply like you given Superman kryptonite, forcing it down his throat, and he's trying to drop from being Superman to being a normal human being basically, and now he can't be Superman again. Yeah, he just an odd show is for myself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the cripple's cultivation kick him out of the sect, and his cousins, due to being jealous of his previous talent, decided to make his life horrible for 3 years. And it only starts because his other younger sister sent him to a different continent, and she informs him that the one who sent him up is about to get married, and hints that this is an opportunity for revenge, and she also tells him to call a number if he wants help to get his revenge. And the LMC, being the smart man that he is, realizes that his sister that helped him leave the continent, has been scheming to use him to get rid of the direct descendants of the family. He decides to go through it and be used as a chess piece anyway, since his desire for vengeance is too great. And also, he's part of the Blanche family, and basically the Blanche family is despised by the direct descendants, so the Blanche family is basically using him to destroy the direct descendants. Yeah, it's sad, man, but it's what it is.